this far in life to not put my career first. The same way I want, like, Wanni, Andy, specifically Wanni, because that's, Wanni, yeah. But I really wanted to put, like, she's putting her career first because she's worked so hard. If you know her story, she's worked so hard to get to this place where the eyes are on her. So she's going ham, working, making peace, like, and I love that for her. I would never want to suffocate her in any sort of that diverts her from making the bag. Like, this is the time to secure your bag. Do you know what I mean? There's always time for love. Love is not running away per se. There's always time for love. Everybody secure your bag. Secure it. Secure that bag. So anything that they're doing, I'm supporting them because I want them to secure that bag. I mean, I know their history. I know how far they've come. Do you know what I mean? So very independent people, So when people are saying, yeah, ship is good. Everybody's good, but good. Everybody's good, but good. Everyone is lovely. But, like, they are working. I think they're on the 12th or 13th gig or something since they come out. Like, before the end of the year, I'm sure they'll make that 60M or close to it, So it's not always love. Sometimes it's let's us make money. So me, I'm going into acting and other things. Like, when people I was seeing people comment on me like, oh yeah, you're not considerate to how these people are feeling. I'm like, mate, me and them are good. We are so good. It's you guys that are not good for some reason. We're good on the back end. We're fine because everybody understands where they're trying to get to in their career. So if I'm doing like the acting thing and I need to do this, I need to do that, I'm not going to be thinking about, I need to execute this to progress my career. Like, there's so many different moves I'm going to make that everybody will be aware about. People who need to be aware will be aware that it's a career move. I need to do it. Sometimes people get stuck up on this Big Brother, like, my life, I've come out to Big Brother now. I love the fans, don't get me wrong, I love them to death. To be cool advice, the things that I give them as well, that they take on board as well, and different things. So we both advise each other, both help each other out in so many different ways that people will not be able to understand, Like, sometimes I see people be like, this person is following this person is following that person. How about we just want to follow each other? Like, how about we just like being around each other? Is that, is that not a thing? We don't like follow each other. Like, yeah, we just like being around each other sometimes. If it's a thing that I can invite them to, I invite them. If it's a thing like they want to invite me to, they invite me. We like being around each other. Sorry, I didn't know that was a crime nowadays. I didn't know. I thought it was pretty normal to have people you want to be around and like being around. But maybe not. Maybe I'm getting old, I'm getting old, and apparently if you're around people that you like, you're following them. Yeah, you guys are teaching me. So I'll stop following people. I'll stop following people. I'll just be by myself. Then when I'm by myself, people are like, see, I knew you never liked them. I knew you just wanted to use them. Just wanted to use them. I swear, so if you guys make me laugh, a lot of times you guys think I'm angry, but I'm not even angry. I just see some of the comments and I laugh because it's hilarious, it's so funny, and it even makes my day because it makes me laugh sometimes. But it's let me follow them, don't follow them. I'll go and be around someone else. Yes, it's because this one has clouds. That's why he's there. He doesn't like them. He doesn't want to jump off the clouds. So me, I don't have clouds at me. My clouds is non-existent. Nobody wants to jump off my own clouds. Funny enough, I actually have no problem with shippers. I know everybody for some reason hates shippers. I don't hate shippers though. I don't hate shippers. I don't hate anybody. I think there's a space for everybody. The people who just love shipping, and they'll ship whoever they feel like they want to ship. I get the messages. The people who want to ship whoever they want to ship, that's fine. there's nothing wrong with strippers to me. Am I looking for... What I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with strippers. Everybody hates strippers, but I don't hate strippers. I love everybody. I just know there's space for everybody, you know. Bloggers I see on Twitter, what are they doing? They're chasing clouts. Just constantly chasing clouts. And it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But we all have to sometimes look at ourselves and be like, I'm criticizing somebody else for the exact same thing that I do, just maybe on a smaller scale, you know. And a lot of times people don't really think like that. The two what is the word? They're not self-aware, and they are not intelligent enough to also reflect on just their normal day-to-day behaviors. That's something I do. I always reflect on my behaviors. I'm not perfect. Not every time I'm going to do something right. A lot of times I do things that are wrong, but I also reflect to be like, okay, cool, how do I do things better next time? How has what I've done affected, you know, my day or the people around me, or what I wanted to do or whatever I wanted to say? Did the message come across and how I wanted to come across? Like, just some little things that will just make you... Well, this is only for people who I think are intelligent. Not everybody's intelligent. And I realized that on socials, which is fine. Everybody doesn't have the same intelligence level. And this is not by school. This is not by school, because some people who... There's a lot of people who cannot afford to go to school that are intelligent. It's not about going to school. I mean, you can be intelligent without going to school. It's not about going to the best school. It's not about going to private school or your local school or whatever the case is. It is just about wisdom, also knowledge, awareness, you know, just little things like that will give you a rounded way of thinking that is not just so, that's not so binary. You know, a lot of people just think one-track minded, and you can't be one-track minded in this life because everybody thinks differently. So you have to like accommodate, but you have to almost like broaden your... You have to be friends with your ex now. It has to be cool. You know, doesn't mean you haven't moved on. Someone says, please sing Watashi Wasta. I actually don't know. I don't know the lyrics. I don't know. I don't even know the lyrics, but I don't know I hear it so much, you know. I hear it so much. So much. So, like, I want to be able to be like, I've conquered Nige in whatever I want to do, whether as a brand ambassador or my other brand or acting, and then going to Africa, going to America, going like, mate, the world is so big. So when people, it's not a BBN, like, BBN was always the platform for me. That's all I needed. Just a platform to build. My life doesn't revolve around it. I love and appreciate that I've gotten so many gifts from fans and people who support me, people who love me. Like, I love every single one, from how little it is, from people who have given me sweater to shoe to 50k notes to picture to anything. I don't understand. Whether it's for me by myself, whether it's for me and Wanni together, like, any gifts, I appreciate everything. You know, but the gifts are not going to be forever. I cannot live my life on waiting for gifts from people, you know. So I have to do certain things that people might not be able to understand because you guys are not living my life. But it's everything I do is to progress my career. And I'm doing things that you know, I respect. I'm not going to be out here going to be opening OnlyFans because of money. You know, that's not my type of that's not my type of people. But like, there's certain moves I'll make just to further my career that you guys may not get, which is fine. It's cool, you know. And sometimes there's somebody there's a girl on Twitter that I spoke to in my spaces that I really enjoyed talking to. I don't know her name, can't remember her name. I don't think she's a fan of me, but I remember she said she likes talking to me. And that's people I like speaking to because I like having, like, I remember she said, I don't need to explain myself all the time. And sometimes I don't actually explain myself for people to, like, agree with me all the time. I actually just like talking. Sometimes I just like talking. Sometimes I just want to come and vent and talk. I don't really need any change. It's not like, sometimes I think a lot. If people like watch me, they will not understand that. Yeah, I'm like a deep thinker sometimes, you know. And especially when I'm saying like, oh, hold on, man. Especially when I'm saying like, oh yeah, I think 10 steps ahead. Sometimes I'll just think some random things about my life, or just pops into my mind about how I'm doing things or whatever, and I will just tweet it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be about any housemates, about fans, about BBN. Like, bruh, don't get me wrong, sometimes it might be, but a lot of times it's not, you know. And a lot of times I'm actually not pissed off. Like, a lot of times I'm actually like this laughing. I'm just like, yeah, let me throw this one into the wilderness and let's see what it does. But don't get me wrong, like, sometimes people do irritate me sometimes, but it's natural. And sometimes people do make me laugh. But one thing I've learned to do now, yeah, on Twitter is, if I happen to see a tweet that irritates me, I just block. I'm not really one to block, but I realize that people, because of my personality, and people know that, okay, cool, I don't care. People will do things just because, or people just say things just because they want to say it, to provoke me, rather than this is actually how they genuinely feel. Because I can tell from certain tweets when somebody is not a fan of me and giving their own like personal opinion of why they don't like me. That's fine. I don't care. But I can also tell when someone's just trying to like purposely try and make me feel a type of way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, okay, cool. I happen to see this. I'm just gonna block you so I don't have to keep seeing you on my TL all the time. Because a lot of the times I don't know these people. Half of the time I don't follow these people. So I'm like, how am I seeing this on my TL? I don't follow this, you know. So what do you want me to do? I can't do it again now. I just have to block and keep it moving, you know. So it's nothing personal to them. I don't actually care. I just don't want to see their tweets. And because I don't follow them, it's like, how do I even mute this person I don't even follow? You know? But and people imagine. I can give you one of the best ideas in the world. Trust me, when it comes to ideas, I have amazing ideas, but actualizing it. So of course, a store at some point would be done, especially for like especially for the people in Nigeria. 100%. Like my pops owns a plaza, so I'm definitely gonna put a store in there with my brand. So that's inevitable. But one thing I wanted to do was have enough products to put. I just don't want to put the minimal product because I'm gonna have to pay certain things and all that. I want to make sure it's right. Like, I want it to be different. I want you to come into the store and be like, wow, this store is lit, you know, that type of stuff. So it takes time, you know. But yeah, different stores. Also, I'm open to say part of life, you know, so you can't really judge them too tough. I'm probably a little bit more thick-skinned, you know, so at least I'm a lot more aware of where I'm trying to go. Maybe because I've had experience on TV before. Also had third-hand experience through my boy being on it. I have other friends who've also been on TV. So like I see how things can go up so quickly and then can go down. Like if you want to rely on brand deals to sustain your life, it's not really going to be possible. Like the country's a little bit hard. I know everybody's like complaining about, oh yeah, Shaun, why your shirt's so expensive, da 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 da. I'm sorry, I apologize again, I'm sorry. It's not for everybody, you know. Unfortunately, I'm not forcing anybody to buy it. The people who want to support it and they can afford to, once again, you know, you can support, do your thing, help about that if you want to. If you can't afford to, there's no problem. It's not a forceful thing. I don't want my fans to be trying to break the bank. If you have rent to pay, focus on your rent, please. You know what I mean? If you want to get some luxury shit, I need to stop swearing on this thing. If you want to get some luxury stuff, like, you can start. Like I said, this first collection is just like essential wear. You know, it's not I'm not trying to give you everything at once. You have to build a brand. It's still going to be marketing. Howdy, partner. I don't know what this means, but thank you for the gifts. I'm not trying to give you everything at once. You know, like it would just not make sense because you need to. Marketing is expensive. People don't understand anything's expensive. You know, even having the strategy to market in the right way. Some people might pay bloggers. Some people might pay like influencers. There's different ways to market. And one thing I know how to do, I'm a marketing genius, so personally, that's what I think. I take my time with it. I have some essential bags coming out, comfy essential bags. It's like, let's just call it what I mean, I'm not talking about like similar to, let's say, other bags that are, like, for example, Anita's doing a leather bag, which is cool, different. The other people, I think T-Badge does bags as well, so it's not that type of bag, just an essential everyday bag. Like, you know how you have those, it's kind of like a shopping bag, kind of. It's kind of like a shopping bag, kind of, but obviously it's for the brand. So like an everyday bag where you put love for the gifts. It's kind of like an everyday bag where you just put whatever you want inside. You're gonna put your laptop, you're gonna put your little groceries, you're gonna put like, it's like a tote bag. But the reason why I didn't say it's a tote bag is because there are different types of tote bags. Like, you can have the Marc Jacobs type of tote bag that's kind of big, so it's not, you see it anyways. But I'm going to try and make this as affordable as possible. You know, I want a lot of people to have this one, so I'm going to try and make it as affordable as I can. See, because what people don't understand is, if I make my brand cheap, also cheapens the brand. Do you know what I mean? Like, in terms of brand placement, product placement, if you study business, you know, and you know that, okay, cool, you want to place yourself in a certain level, you have to price yourself at a certain level. I cannot be selling the same way. For example, if let's say I sold my t-shirts for 10k, right? You'd be like, this guy probably spent 2k to make this t-shirts, so you probably assume it's going to be cheap, you know. And sometimes people don't understand, like, when you price things in a certain manner, there's costs that incur to create these things, i.e. the fabric, the what's it called, the deliveries to, because I don't manufacture in Nigeria. I manufacture outside of Africa, you know. So the delivery alone into Africa is not cheap. You know what I mean? It's not cheap at all. But to produce